Although Florida voters approved the expansion of medical marijuana for those with specific diseases, it does not apply to veterans who are suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder.
According to the VA, between 15 to 30 out of every 100 veterans are affected by that illness. ABC 7's Jacqueline Matter takes a look at the debate over whether vets should have access to cannabis in this special report.
When you think of post-traumatic stress disorder, veterans pop out right away because of the extreme trauma. So it's like post-traumatic stress on steroids for veterans.
Registered nurse Mary Lynn Mathery treats numerous veterans across the country suffering from PTSD. Her goal, to help them get back to a balanced, normal lifestyle. And she says medical marijuana plays a big role.
It gives me peace of mind. That's the best way I can explain it. It gives me peace of mind.
Vietnam veteran and parish resident Bob Jordan says cannabis is the only thing that helps suppress his nightmares.
I saw more than some and less than others. To this day, it's the most traumatic thing that ever happened to me. And I didn't realize for years and years and years how much it affected me until I got diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder.
In November, voters approved Amendment 2 to expand medical marijuana for a wide array of medical ailments. It passed overwhelmingly in both Manatee and Sarasota counties, but doesn't help veterans like Jordan. Lawmakers, including Congressman Vern Buchanan, voted no on the Veterans Equal Access Act in early 2015, which would allow the VA to participate in state marijuana programs. But currently, that bill is still being reviewed. Local anti-drug organization Drug Free Manatee seems to be on board with Buchanan by not promoting this treatment.
We feel that there has never been a controlled study on the treatment of marijuana for PTSD. So we are advocating for a full-on study, a long-term study for the entire VA population.
Reason being, the Substance 1 drug cannot be administered by the VA to active duty military or veterans, since both are overseen by federal government. Currently, doctors at the VA treat PTSD with a cocktail of drugs targeting different symptoms.
They get medicated for their pain if they've been wounded with opiates, for depression with an antidepressant, something for their anxiety, something for their sleep, and a boatload of other meds.
I think I was on almost every antipsychotic there was. I was suicidal, and I literally had a 38, and I was going to pull the trigger, and I went, I'll wait till tomorrow.
Currently, the VA estimates that up to 20% of veterans from the conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan, 10% of Gulf War veterans, and 30% of Vietnam War veterans suffer from PTSD. One medical marijuana dispensary in Tampa says those numbers can't be ignored, and cannabis treatment is vital for those suffering.
There is valid evidence and valid research to show that this medication can absolutely be beneficial and part of the choice for our active and returning military. Our indica products help with anxiety specifically, and they help with sleep specifically, whereas our sativa products are more uplifting.
Bob Jordan says taking a puff was the difference between life and death.
Do you think cannabis may have saved your life?
Yes. I got to be really, really careful about this because I don't, because I was suicidal.
In 2010, the VA did acknowledge that cannabis was a valid treatment option for veterans in states where medical marijuana is legal, even though recognizing cannabis as a drug with potential medical value would only be a small victory. It would still be better than the current situation for veterans in Florida suffering with PTSD.
They're fighting for freedom, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. Healthcare is a basic pursuit of happiness.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, it's absolutely heartbreaking, and quite frankly, it's ridiculous. I don't understand how you can ask someone to make the ultimate sacrifice and not give them every available treatment option when they return.
In Sarasota, Jacqueline Matter, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.